I'm like, ooh, this looks interesting. So I don't know where it goes. We'll watch it until it falls off a cliff. Let's see what it's all about.
This is America in the second half of the 20th century, and Jeanette is a slave. Not a slave by circumstance of birth or force, but by choice. A choice she made herself not so very long ago. A choice that at the time probably seemed no bigger than, should I belong or shouldn't I? The pace of modern teenage society is often fast. The beat is sometimes frantic. Cultures and backgrounds have been mixed. The need to belong is ever present.
The old compound. That's
Associations
Roslyn.
are quickly and easily made. Boy meets girl. A seemingly innocent relationship is born. We're all looking for new thrills, new experiences as part of life. What can be the harm? After all, the 20th century is run on pills. A pill for extra vitamins, a pill to go to sleep, a pill to wake up. Why not a pill to make you feel good? But that small red capsule is a dangerous drug to be administered by a competent physician, not by a newly found boyfriend. But the pressure of the group, the need to belong, the desire to try something new is too great a temptation. Long until you try again.
This guy's the life of the fucking party.
You try new things. The hypnotics, as they're called. Seconal or red.
Reds were downers,
Nembutal or yellows.
Downers.
Tuinol and phenobarbital. And the stimulants, amphetamine, dexedrine, and benzedrine or
This guy sounds like what's that
friends because now you belong
the doctor
to a group,
on fucking
a group that must move in a veiled world of secrecy because what you are doing is against the law. Now you meet like conspirators because the passing of pills is dangerous and must of necessity be secretive.
He looks like the greatest young guy. He's not like a drug dealer or nothing. The parents would love to have this guy bring their daughter home.
You become more dependent on one another, but your pleasure in each other's company becomes less satisfying, and you depend more and more.
Were they having sex down there?
Finally, the pills are not enough, and you're ready for the second act of your three-act tragedy. Mike is more experienced than you in the ways of narcotics, but until now he has never suggested that you toke up together. But the pills don't give either of you the desired effect any longer.
Could you pause for a second?
This
is so weird. Dr. Ziodberg says that's not enough. You need to talk on some joints.
Well, here's your problem right here. You've got a skull embedded in your head.
So now smoking pot is the next step up? Isn't that weird how they thought of weed back then? Weed was like, I guess because, it just hit me. Because the pills are things that their parents took. Like, it can't be that bad. You're taking them illegally. You're stealing them. You're not taking them as prescribed. But at least those are legitimate medicines. The evil weed, though. The devil's lettuce is a lot worse. See? I think that's it. Let's go back to our film. I like this.
Relationship, you feel a need to find some new experience to bind you together. So a suggestion that only a short month ago would have been repulsive,
dude in a wig.
Now is considered.
It's like him in a wig.
The smell and the taste are anything but pleasing. It makes you cough and your throat becomes dry and hot. The problems don't disappear, they only temporarily seem to vanish and return with jarring force when the effects of the drugs wear off. You become less sure of yourself, your surroundings, your friends. Quarrels are more frequent with your parents and loved ones. You
do as I say, not as I do.
Right,
yes, I drink, so does your mother.
You're not. You lose your sense of values. You think of little else but another blow-up.
Hey, it's I Dream of Jeannie's bottle.
Language for smoking marijuana. You've completed the second act, and the third act curtain is just about to go up.
Uh-oh, what's the third act?
Now. You sat toking up. It didn't give you the kick it used to. Eric, like all
she's been doing weed for a week.
Smoked with you,
it doesn't give her the kick.
Only to be sociable until the time came when he could introduce you and Mike to heroin. A year ago, you would have been revulsed at the thought of heroin, but now it's an easy step from marijuana to heroin.
Heroin, Mike.
A pill, a cigarette, a hypodermic needle.
The parrot is the brains of the operation.
Even now, you're afraid. What will it be like? First, you'll get a burn, that is, a feeling of warmth will slip over you, and then you'll become nauseated and get desperately sick. finally the
Like
retching will
Stuttering
subside and
John's
you'll have
comedy
a sustained
show.
feeling of sensual excitement which will lapse into a state of euphoria or well-being. But it won't last, and when you come down, you'll be in the depth of depression, consumed by a cancer of guilt.
Awesome. Oh, he uses his little tie her off.
For just one
Did this
second,
ever
your conscience
really
clicks
happen to
as
anybody?
You see the needle inserted and the death-dealing liquid slipping in and mixing with
Death-dealing
Michael's blood.
liquid.
For a moment, you want to say no, but the will to resist is gone. Temptation is ever present. The desire to try something new,
Look at this guy.
something more powerful, is too great.
Not quite as handsome as her boyfriend.
Heroin being one of the most insidious drugs known to man, it only seems like days
Besides the
until you're
parakeet.
hooked. You're not turned on any longer. The free ride is
I'll
over.
take some
You're
heroin
required
and
to
the
pay for
green
your fix.
budgie.
As your tolerance increases, the need for more drugs increases, and this requires more and more cash. Now you're driven to things you would never have considered heretofore by your
Prostitution!
insatiable need for the drug. Your moral fiber has collapsed, and
Moral
no crime
fiber.
is beyond your imagination. You are an addict, and your total effort in life is to obtain money to feed your habit. Now you're launched on a full-scale teenage crime wave of your very own.
All
But
those
with each
houses are
passing
burnt down
day, your
now from
tolerance
the
increases, and now
California
a fix only
conspiratorial
helps to make you
fires.
appear normal and dispel the symptoms of withdrawal. Withdrawal, a nightmare of the addict. You live in constant fear of not having enough
What a
heroin
nice
to keep
place
your
for an
habit
addict to
supplied.
live.
For when that supply runs low and the first symptoms begin, the yawn, the sneeze, the runny nose, and you can't get another fix, you know you're about to begin a living hell. First you're burning up, then you're freezing, then the cramps and pains begin. Senses are magnified. Your whole being is like one giant nerve, raw and exposed to every outside stimulus. This period of withdrawal can go on for a week before the pain subsides and your senses come back to something approaching normal. And for this you steal and live a life of degradation and crime. But in your thirst for money,
Degradation, you know what that
careless
means.
and Mike is caught.
Uh-oh. Drive
Now
away.
you're on your own, and you must support your habit in the best way you can. You live in a jungle of fear. You're forced to deal with Eric alone. Mike is no longer there to help. Eric only laughs at your need and tells you to get money. Money, money, and more money. You're not prepared to take a job. Besides, no job would pay the kind of money
What's
you
she gonna
now
do?
need. So you turn to the only thing you can that will bring your kind of money. You become a call girl. You support that $50 a day habit, but not for long, because your looks begin to disintegrate. Your clients will no longer pay your price. You go from call girl to streetwalker.
Streetwalker. Want a date? Oh, boy.
Then on your
Does she
20th
still live at
birthday,
home?
you're picked up for soliciting.
Hey, Reservoir Dogs.
Jeanette Michaels, age 20, white, Caucasian drug addict. A 20th century slave, self-styled. She'll suffer through withdrawal, be sentenced for prostitution, released, and returned to the habit again. Lost to society, she'll continue her hopeless, degrading existence until she escapes in death. Today, tomorrow, maybe not for years.
Damn. Let that be a lesson to you, people. That was a good one. I'm petrified for the girl.